morning. We are Team 1. I'm Brett.
I'm Troy.
Our other team members are Doug, Brandon, and Brian, and we're going to be talking about the companion, Key to a Student's Success. This is where we show the website. Phase 1 happened in the first 2/3 of the semester. We were given an assignment to come up with a web application and have it on the Android and iOS markets. In order to do this, we were put in one large group that had different departments, including a web development team, Android team, an iOS team, and a database team and a design team. Some problems that we ran into during this phase, we found that having a large group, we ran into communications issues, meaning it was hard to get everyone on the same page, and there were leaders of certain teams that weren't communicating with other leaders, and everything just got mixed up. There's also minimal experience coming into this class regarding programming. There's only one class that is required that teaches PHP and HTML, and we found that no one was really prepared for the amount of work that we had to do. There is also a steep learning curve regarding Android and iOS platforms. No one had any experience in those languages and pretty much had to start from scratch. So then, after about 2/3 of the way in, we figured out that we weren't going to be able to make the deadline, and we decided to scrap the first project and go on to an alternate solution. And so in this phase, we decided to split up into 4 teams. One of those teams are going to consist of a database leader and a person who would communicate with the outside world, or to Dean Sinclair for us regarding anything that we needed. And then the 3 other teams would each be working on their own web application for the companion. So the first thing we had to do after we found our teammates was we had to learn everyone's skills. Since everyone was in a different department before, we had to learn what they knew from the first 12 weeks and how that could come into play for the next part of the project. And to do this, we had to brush up on our coding. Some people were working in design team, they had no experience coding at all for the semester. Some people knew PHP, some people were working on Android, and so we had to brush up on what we knew on that. We also had to learn the back-end website development, meaning working a database and a server, because I know most of us, we never have worked on those before. But it wasn't all bad. We were able to salvage some previous work from phase 1. I was on the web development team, and we already had a working professor upload and a student upload interface. So we were able to just take what we had for that and put it into our new project. So we had a nice head start on that. And then we agreed on a simple and sleek web interface design. So that it'll be easier for the students to look at notes and upload notes, and hopefully they want to come back once they see how simple it is.
All right, so when we first went into our new groups, creating our own companion apps, we found that a lot of team members had conflicting schedules. Due to work schedules and class schedules. Like I myself, I work from 8 to 5 every day, Monday through Friday, and I also have other classes afterwards. So I had a lot of trouble making it to team meetings, but communicated with the team through text messages and through email. And we also have another team member who lives an hour away, who only comes to Kent on Wednesdays for the team meetings. And we also had issues with team members overriding other people's work on the companion app. Because everybody is working from the same area on the server, we decided to create a test folder for each person and have everybody work on their own copy of the companion at first, and then copy their changes over after they've made sure nobody else is working on the main copy of the companion. And there's also a lot of competition between the other groups, just because every Monday every group had to present their version of the companion. We got to see the design and functionality of the other team's application, and we wanted ours to be better than theirs. We've learned a lot through the process of making the companion application. I found that small teams are much more efficient than larger teams. It's just a lot easier to communicate with fewer people and keep everyone on the same page. And I mean, it's a lot easier in the larger groups for people to slack off and kind of hide behind a few people's work, where small teams, everybody has to do their part or you don't meet the deadlines. We also improved our problem-solving skills throughout the process. While developing the application, we had to, if we ran into any problems with the programming, we had to try multiple different solutions till we could find one that works for us and that would make sense for the end user. We found that capitalizing on team member skills, on each individual's team member skills, helped out a lot, because some of us are better at programming, some of us are better at organizing. We also found that using a daily status report helped us out a lot. It reminded us every day what we had to do and the goals that we had to accomplish to complete the companion. While we were developing the companion, we had to document almost everything that we did to the application, just so future students or whoever edits the companion in the future knows what's going on with the current code that's there. And it'll be a lot easier for them to make changes and add and make additions to the program. We also made documentation for the professors to look at, so they know exactly how to upload files and change their files, view them, change the order that they show up in the application. And we also created documentation for the users so they know how to use the website.
In conclusion, we made a functional web application that will ensure students can be able to look at their notes, look at any information that they might need in future classes, and they won't lose them if it was in a notebook or if they had it on another computer future that this application becomes staple for the College of Business and Kent State as a whole, and that it will keep continuing to grow and expand, and that it becomes something that every student will find useful to use. That's it.